Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Gina. Hope everyone is having a fabulous Thursday. Today we're going to do an Easter carrot sign that you're just gonna love. It's so adorable. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the supplies that you're gonna need is this adorable carrot decor. It's those little twine carrots. You're gonna need a reception sign or any kind of sign that's like an arrow, letter stickers, and a marker. And then I'm using Waverly chalk paint in celery and in white. And you're going to need a piece of twine also to tie the carrots up with. So the first thing I do is go ahead and paint my sign. As you can see with the words on it, it's going to take a couple of coats to cover. So this took about 3 coats. I ended up covering it with 3 coats. And you want to make sure that you get the sides and around it because this is a little bit of a thick sign. So you want to make sure that you cover the sides and that you cover the easel part in the bottom. And I just went ahead in with my heat gun and started to dry this. But I was just trying to rush the process along. You don't have to do that. You can take your time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to distress it. So we take a chip brush and our Waverly white chalk paint and go ahead and dab it off so that the brush is barely wet. And we're gonna just distress around the edges first, and then we're going to go in the middle and distress the whole sign. And you wanna make sure you get the bottom parts of it too, because you don't want to leave out the easel part. Then I go ahead and take my carrots, and at first I was going to use 2 and just decided that a bunch of carrots would be so cute. So I decided to use 3, and you're going to go ahead and take the carrots and the twine and cut a piece of twine off and go ahead and tie the carrots. At first I made a little bow and didn't like the way that looked. So I went ahead and just knotted it and cut off the pieces that were too long. Okay, then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna spell out carrots 5 cents. So I go ahead with my letter stickers and just look for the placement. I started with the R so that I made sure that I had right placement on the sign. And you just go ahead and you put your letters down, and we're going to distress these letters so it's going to fit in perfectly with our sign. It's not going to be too bright of a color. Okay, then we go ahead, and I didn't have a 5 sticker, so I took this marker and I went ahead and tried to write the 5 cents, but I wasn't liking how that was coming out. It was way too thin for the rest of the letters on the sign. So I went in with a thin paintbrush and ink chalk paint in Waverly. And I went in and I went ahead and kind of beefed up the number that you can see right here. And I went through a couple paintbrushes because I just wasn't liking the way it was coming out. So I finally figured it out and was able to make it as thick as the other letters. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell and select all. This way you're notified every time I upload a brand new video. Thank you to all my current subscribers. I just love you guys. You're the best. So as you can see here, I went back and forth several times with the paintbrushes on the 5 cents. But don't forget, this is your own creation, so you can go ahead and make it however you want to. That's the beauty of DIYs. And I got a little bit off, so I went back in with my celery chalk paint and went ahead and painted back over a part that had the black on it so it would come out perfect. Okay, then we're going to take our chip brush again, and just what's left on it, we're going to go ahead over the letters and the number, and we're going to distress it so that it gives it kind of a weathered look. So this way it's not that bright black letters, it kind of matches in with our sign. And I cleaned up the R a little bit because I thought it got a little too much white on it. So luckily this is your own creation. You can always go back in and clean it up and fix whatever you might have made a mistake on. And there you have it, your adorable carrot sign.